Hey, my Heavenly community. So, people have no idea how this new version was so costly for you. This version of you right now that they see, that they think, oh, this is not the person I knew before. They don't know how much it costs to step into this new version. The sacrifice, the tears, the double mindedness, everything that you can imagine that you went up against, that you refuse to go backwards for. How much this costs, losing relationships, gaining new relationships. They have no idea how much you were willing to keep investing in you because you knew deep down there was a better version of you for yourself. You knew it. And this new version, it came at a cost. And people will not understand that. People will see this new version and say, where's that old version of her at or him at? Like, I just remember them doing it that way or them acting that way. They're going to be so confused when they see this new version because they can't capture your new version. It's not meant for them to capture it. And it's not meant for you to have to explain it either because even if you were to explain it, it would not make sense to their ears because you have walked into a faith of yourself and investing in yourself, and you know how good and how grand and how great it is, and you have seen the rewards of that, and try to explain it to somebody who is not willing to sacrifice or to cut off ties of whatever they need to, unhealthy ties. It's not going to come as a understandable conversation to somebody because they're in a position where they may not even be wanting to be a new version of themselves yet. But I'm telling you, people have no idea how much it costs to be this new version of you. And I know it. I know how it feels to have moments of like, I don't know if I really want to keep going forward, but then you think, look how much I've accomplished in this small window of investing in myself. I've invested this much time in myself and believing in myself and doing everything my father has said in this small amount of time. And I've accomplished more in this small amount of time than I've ever done in my 25, 35 years of life on this earth. So take a moment and just look at everything that you've accomplished and know that this cost, it doesn't have a number. There is no number that can even match up to how much you gave up and sacrificed, and people will not understand that number. But you know, and you know that feeling of I've made it to the new version that I knew I could always be, and I'm just gonna keep getting better. I'm gonna keep getting better. And you are. You're gonna keep getting better, you're gonna keep investing in yourself, and you're gonna know how to navigate around stuff that won't make sense to you because this new version wants better, so this new version is gonna do better. So you know how much you have given up back then to get you to here. And you don't ever have to worry about having to validate or explain yourself to anybody who is still right there. That's where they are. This is where you are. And it's all about this process for you and your father. These are lessons that you had to learn over this small amount of time in order to be the best version that you know you always could be. And if anybody who's watching this video can relate, you know it's almost unexplainable to explain how you feel in this moment of peace, happiness, joy, love. It's a feeling that words can't explain, but it's like, it's almost like a graduation season at the same time. Like, wow, I can't believe I got to this point. I got to this point. But everything from a moment that it was, it was definitely a high stakes. It was an investment, but it was definitely It was so worth the investment. Nothing can put a price on it. Nothing can. So just take a moment and just realize that it was a cost to get to where you are right now. Take it in. And you're definitely on a journey that's just going to lead to more and more success. Make sure you just stay in prayer, be in your Father's will. Definitely make sure you cover yourself daily. And don't question what others think of you and what they thought of you, because if they're not investing in you to help you get here, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It really doesn't. It matters what you can achieve and what you're happy that you have achieved and what you've been blessed with, because you've been disciplined